Alright, Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. The honors to all apostles and elders of James Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to all of the Akims in the four corners of this earth. Pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, the confusion of yes Akims, the sincere Akwats out there listening and learning, to the believers, to the helps. Shalom. This is the brother Nal from the James Jamaica camp. And this is just another few words. I don't really have a topic on mind, but as best as possible. uh go try to flow in the spirit. I mean, so basically we just come off from camp, yo, you know what I mean, and um we can see the high level um scoffers that are present today, yo. You know what I mean? The high level of scoffers. Some of them come uh all serpent like, acting like them want to hear yo the truth, you know what I mean, or they want to learn the names, right? The name of Yahweh and the name of his son. You know what I mean? Some of them come all interested like, you know what I mean? But in truth and in fact they're the scoffers, yo, you know what I mean? Or them just want to pass the time, you know what I mean? Them just want to scoff or pass the time, yo. And the scripture prophesy of them, yo. You know what I mean? Scripture prophesy, you know, you have different levels of scoffers. You have the scoffers who will come and be blatant, yo. You know what I mean? And then you have the scoffers who come and act as serpents. You know, the blatant ones. Basically, you come and talk about your lie. This, well, that what we preach is a lie. They want to come out, out here with a bare face, yo. They want to come out bare face and say, yo, but the sly ones, I'm gonna tend to say, all right, yeah, I believe and okay and agree and but behind your back, I'm like, they don't really believe that shit, and etc. Yo, you know what I mean? But the worry isn't there isn't a worry about the scoffers, because the scripture says that scoffers should come. Says offenses should come, right? Let me get that. Because the scripture says offenses should come, yo. So this isn't a video saying to the scoffers, leave us alone. Please leave us, scoffers, please. No, it isn't really. You know what I mean? It's just a video to say, hey, we acknowledge that you guys are there, yo. You know what I mean? And guess what? The Most High acknowledge that you guys are there, yo. You know what I mean? And the Most High sees, the Most High hears. You know what I mean? What get this? Cause what did the Hawashai say, yo? You know what I mean? Work cannot hate you, but me it hate. You know what I mean? Because I testify of it, yo. You know what I mean? So when these scoffers cough at us, yo, mock us, ridicule us, whichsoever brother these scoffers actually get to put them hand upon, yo, it's not really us, yo, but Yahweh Shai, you know what I mean? And when Yahweh Shai tear those clouds, yo, with the UFO, you know what I mean, and come for reap vengeance upon this earth, just know say I'm gonna remember say you did up in him face and spit in him face, yo. Because anything you do unto one of the prophets of the Most High, that you do unto him, you want that you do unto the Most High. You know what I mean? So yeah, I wish I could remember say, hey, you did in him face and spit up in him face. You did there laugh him to scorn. You did this to mock him and ridicule him. You did this to put your hand upon him. Remember say, yo, scripture tells you say, yo, even them that pierce him, yo, I gotta see him, yo. So if you are gonna remember something from way back then, imagine something will happen present now, freshly done right now. You know? Let's get some precept, yo, cause I don't really have much time. It says, this is Matthew 18 verse 7. Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come. But woe to that man by whom the offenses cometh. So it must needs be that these offenses come, yo. It must needs be that there be scoffers. It must needs be that there be mockers. It must needs be that there be men that are gonna come up against the prophets of the Most High. You know what I mean? To try and trodding down the work of the Most High, yo. You know what I mean? It must needs be, because why? It's prophesied of, yo. But as scripture says, you can't do nothing to the truth. Uh, you can't do nothing against the truth, but for the truth, yo. You know what I mean? Because it was prophesied of, yo. Let's listen to this. This is scoffers walking off slack, yeah, and put their own lusts. Right? Bear with me, okay, as we say, go through the spirit right now. Lusts. I spell lust wrong. Alright, so alright, this is Second Peter 3:3, yo. It say, yo, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days, which we are in the last days, yo. Prophecy is kicking off like a football match, yo. You know what I mean? And they're just happening one by one, yo. It might not happen right after the next year, but hey, prophecy is going off, man. Going off like a call center, yo. When you have all of these phones just going off. Yeah, work at a call center. But you know, hey, prophecy is going off, yo. You know what I mean? Going off. You know what I mean? It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust. See? Walking after their own lust, yo. So them are gonna come in their own deceit, yo. Um howsoever them choose, yo, if that's a word, howsoever, but um howsoever them choose to come up and scoff, yo, they're gonna do it their way, yo. Whether it's to be silent, serpent like, acting like, yo, I'm truly interested in what's being said, or if it's even whether to come up and be all brawling and try to, you know what I mean, curse out the men of the Lord, cursing, not even try cursing out the men of the Lord, you know what I mean? Whichever way them come, yo, they will come after their own lust. After their own lust, yo. Because these days on the highways and the byways, you know what I mean, Jake don't really listen anymore. You know what I mean? Jake know everything, especially Benjamin, yo. Benjamins know everything. Them a pass the camp, them see the signs. Oh, I knew that. You know? Oh, that me that's a long time. You know? Really? You know what I mean? No one asks questions anymore, no one listens anymore, yo. You know what I mean? But everyone has their own knowledge, their own understanding. You know what I mean? What about the understanding of the Most High? What about the knowledge of the Most High, yo? That no matter anymore? Said they are gonna come after their own lust, right? And saying, where verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation, yo. So they're gonna mock and say, oh, from me, look at me here, gotta come. Gotta come, gotta come, gotta come. No? And of course, them not lie, yo, because you had a lot of false prophets, yo, coming up, yo. When growing up, you had a lot of false prophets saying, yo, God's coming this time around, that time around. You know? Look at that time out here in Jamaica. This one pastor actually made a lot of persons gave up positions. You know what I mean? Hoes, cars, you know what I mean? Persons paying money to baptize because what? The false prophets said that God's coming in that year. And many of the idiot them believe the pastor, right? So yes, they might hear that, yo. But what? They've never witnessed anything like this, no. They've never witnessed anything like the men of the Most High raising up throughout the world, yo. Out on the highways and byways, yo. Young men preaching the word, yo. Know what I mean? Starting from the apostles on down, yo. They have never witnessed anything like this because the scripture says, yo, we are made a spectacle. You know what I mean? Scripture says that we are made a spectacle, yo. You know what I mean? So they have never witnessed anything like this, you know. So about that, no, they're lying. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Enough of them know. Like many of them, they can feel it, yo. You know what I mean? But what them stiff necked, yo, them don't want to turn back, yo. You know what I mean? I can remember this one time this person passing the camp, yo. Can't really recall if it was a male or a female, but I can recall what the person say, yo. The person say, when him see it make him feel afraid because it make him feel like God a come. You know? So you know this is the end times, yo. You know this is the real shit, no. This is the real deal. You know what I mean? We aren't the men who's gonna cry wolf, yo. You know what I mean? Because it's not like of course the elders have been doing this from a long time coming up, yo. You know what I mean? But it's not like they came, you know what I mean, and then went back into the world and came again and went back in the world. No, from them start up to this very day, yo, them continue to push the same doctrine, yo, the one true doctrine, you know what I mean? The good news, the gospel of Yahweh Hashem Shai, you know what I mean? So that alone if you make you take heed, yo, and meds wagwan. You know what I mean? Can get another precept before don't I really stretch it out, yo. You know what I mean? Let's see if we can get this spectacle. Because we're made a spectacle, yo. This is First Corinthians 4 and 9. It says, "For I think that Yahweh had set forth us the apostles last, yo." So the Most High Yahweh Shemir Shai set the apostles last, yo. You know what I mean? To try and turn back, to not even to try, yo. Because the elect will be risen up, yo. You know what I mean? Like will be risen up, yo. You know, so the apostles are set last, yo, to preach the word of Yahweh Shemir Shai, to wake up the elect and whosoever to get saved, yo, the 1/3. You know what I mean? In the last days, you know, it says, "As it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, unto angels, unto men, yo." You know what I mean? People marvel at us, yo, when we in the highways and byways, yo. Them can't really comprehend what's going on, yo. You know what I mean? What's the actions some of them take, yo? Hey, when in Acts 2, yo, when the disciples were prophesying in tongues, yo, speaking in tongues, and the Spirit gave them utterance, yo. The people were marveling, yo. And guess what some of them say? These men are full of new wine. It's kind of the same thing today, yo. People are marveling, yo. You know what I mean? But instead of asking questions why, try to find out, yo, why are these men out here so often? You know what I mean? Rain or shine, you know what I mean? In sick or in sickness or in health, you know what I mean? Every Saturday, non-stop, you know? If persons see this and question themselves why and try to come up and find out why, you know what I mean? Not even if they aren't, yo, but if even they're just sick, you know what I mean? Instead of asking those questions, you know what I mean, trying to find the answers to those questions, them turn to scoffing and mocking, yo. You know what I mean? But guess what, yo? Enough of them pass the camp and them hear the words of Yahweh Shemir Shai and get cut, yo. You know what I mean? And them don't want to come to the light, yo, lest them deeds be reproved. Let me get that. Let's see if we can get that through deeds. Hope it is into a lot of scripture. 53. I think it's in John. Alright, this is, yeah, John 3 and 21. It says, let's go to 19. It says, alright, let's start at 18. It says, "He that believe on him is not condemned." No, let's start at 17. "For Yahweh sent his son, which is Yahweh Shai, into the world to condemn the world." Right? Yahweh Shai didn't come to bring peace, yo, and love and joy. You know what I mean? Came to condemn the world and all of the wickedness that's happening on this earth, yo. But that the world through him might be saved. And what world is that, yo? The world referring to Israel, yo. But only the elect of Israel and the 1/3 will be saved, yo. Verse 18, it says, "He that believeth on him is not condemned." Right? And who's going to believe upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in these last days? Only the elect, yo. And the 1/3, which are made up of believers, you know what I mean? Women and children, yo. It says, "He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, yo." And just since last night, yo, you had the brother, yo, that was speaking. This guy, Jake Benjamin, came up, you know what I mean? And ask, yo, about the name Yahweh, yo. And the brother give him the name so many times, yo. And you believe believe it or not, that Jake, yo, him left without even remembering the name, yo. That show you say even though he heard the name, he didn't believe on it, yo. You know what I mean? It says, "He that believed on him is not condemned, but he that believed not is condemned already, because he had not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahweh." Right, and that name is Yahweh Shai. Acts 4 and 12 tell you only one name that men can call upon to be saved, and that name is Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? That's Hebrew. That's the true name of the Son of the Most High. Yahweh is the true name of the Most High. You know what I mean? It says, verse 19, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, right? What is light? This truth, yo. You know what I mean? Words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, yo, Yahweh Shai. Because it's Yahweh Shai, yo. The words are Yahweh Shai, yo. You know what I mean? Yahweh Shai, scripture says, Yahweh Shai said that he came in the volume of the book, yo. It is written of him. You know what I mean? Yahweh Shai is the light. These words are the light, yo. It says, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, right? And Yahweh Shai gave that light unto those, his sheep, basically, because he said that what? His sheep heard his voice and follow him, yo. You know what I mean? And the followers of Yahweh Shai, yo, following Yahweh Shai, what are you going to receive, yo? Light. You know what I mean? And we have received that light, yo. You know what I mean? And what's our duty? To go out and put forth that light, yo. See, their light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil, yo. You know what I mean? So you can watch any horror movie, yo. You know what I mean? You had the demons, them in there. As you turn on a light switch, everybody scatter, everything a cut. You know what I mean? Demons, them don't like the light. You know what I mean? Carrying a little lamp in a dark alley. Everything around the lamp get fit. Just a go round the lamp. I try it. Avoid the light. You know what I mean? That's happening out here, yo, with our people, yo. Our people go round the light, yo. Try go round the light, yo. You know what I mean? You know? And them don't want to stop and listen to the word, yo, because what? Their deeds are gonna get exposed, yo. Them will get cut by the scriptures, you know. Them don't want that, yo. Them rather smooth things. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They're the same one that said preach on to us smooth things. You know what I mean? You can get that precept, yo, preach on to us smooth things. It says, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil, right? And their deeds are evil, yo. You know what I mean? Even if we can't even go over all of it, yo, we just have a few minutes left. Alright, it says, for everyone that doeth evil hated the light, right? Neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved, right? So lest his deeds should be reproved, lest he should be corrected, you know what I mean, made known his wrong ways, you know what I mean, and be corrected. He doesn't want to come to the light, yo. You know what I mean? He says, and lest, the word lest. I think a brother did bring it out and in the Slack, yeah. Get the word lest. Lest. Lest is words. Probably won't give you the definition in Miriam, but I think the word lest go back to so that, you know, used when you are saying something in order to prevent, to prevent, to prevent something from happening, yo. You know what I mean? So used when you are saying something in order to prevent something from happening, yo. So just to prevent their deeds from being reproved, yo. Just to prevent their deeds from coming into light, yo. It says, but for everyone that doeth evil, hated the light, neither cometh to the light. You know what I mean? To prevent his deeds, uh, so that his deeds should not be reproved. To prevent his deeds from being reproved, basically. You know what I mean? Lest, you know. It says, so that's what, yo, these people don't want their deeds to be reproved, yo. Them love to have it so, the wicked way. You know, and then when the Most High kill them, yo, you know what I mean, put pour out him righteous him indignation on them, yo, his righteous judgment, yo, his righteous anger upon them, yo. You know what I mean? Them start bawling, oh, what did I do to deserve this, yo? You fucked up. You fucked up, yo. And the Most High punish you, yo, in the most perfect of way, yo. It says, but he that doeth truth cometh to the light, right? That his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrath in the Most High. You can check any of the brothers, yo, the true men of the Most High pushing this word, yo. You know what I mean? Which I believe are in James, yo, starting from the elders and the apostles and elders of James, coming on down, yo. The apostles, the elders, elder brothers, you know what I mean? I believe the true men of the Most High are in James, yo, you know what I mean? But you can ask anyone of the man, anyone of the man, them, yo. You know what I mean? Coming into this truth, yo. You are willing to give up the wicked ways, yo. You are willing to come into the light, yo. That's how Hashem shall reprove you, yo. And you start to walk a new path, that narrow path, yo. You know? But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, verse 21, his deeds may be made, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrath in the Most High. Right. After these things, all right. So that's that, yo. That's that and that, yo. I mean, so basically, kind of gone all over the place. I don't want to yo, this was edifying, yo. I never really want to end it here, so but I have to get to work right now, you know what I mean? But, um, moral is, you know what I mean, we don't really have to pay these scoffers of mine, yo. You know what I mean? The time come when they will see that, hey, scripture tells you though, then shall they know or that a prophet had been among them, roughly paraphrasing, yo. You know what I mean? That time is coming, yo. The time is coming when the one true power Yahweh Shemir Shai will be glorified, you know? Will be put up on that pedestal, yo. The black woman will come down, Esau will come down, and all sort of strongholds will come down, yo. And the one true power that belongs on that pedestal, yo, the one true power that belongs on high will be placed on high, yo. And the kingdom of Israel will be in rulership, yo. We will be governed by Yahweh Shai, you know what I mean? And yo, righteousness will reign, yo. That time is coming, yo. So we don't have to even pay these scoffers no mind, yo. Romans 3 and 3, yo. So what if some did not believe? You know what I mean? So what if some did not believe? So with that, I'm gonna close off giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash, double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to all of the Akims in the four corners of this earth, pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, yo. And hey, before we even close off, we even have scoffers among Israel, yo. You know what I mean? We have a lot of scoffers among Israel. Men and women who know they are Israelites, you know what I mean, and come up and scoff mainly against James, yo, because why? James preaches the cold cut truth, yo. You know what I mean? James doesn't go around, yo. You know what I mean? The true men of the Most High, yo, we here, James, we don't go around the truth, yo. I mean, we don't try to fit it to anyone's emotion, yo. So them get on James, yo. But anyways, just to put that out as well, yo. But hey, shalom, yo. Shalom to all of the Akims out there pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, yo. You know what I mean? To the confusion of faith Akims, to all of the elders and apostles, shalom.